One for me. Yeah, one for... I don't know, just two hot chips and chicken
What's it
salt.
called again?
PBBC live show.
PPBC.
Says live, so we're live.
I'm just checking on
live.
Facebook if it's
Yep.
there. Yep, it's live.
Okay.
Strikes, balls.
Wait, can
Right.
we mute?
You are mute.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Are we?
Yeah, so up here you can mute yourselves.
Oh, I was about to say, dude. I was about to say, if we have to be on the whole time,
No.
I'm dying.
Nah, but we go off between innings.
Yeah, right. And then we put the
Yeah.
back soon or the
Yeah, we put back soon on. For the
Short
beginning.
For a
break.
little bit, and then I usually go to the camera that you can see the picture warming up. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, right.
and when we do Div 1, we have a dugout one too, so you can put it on the dugout and see all the guys
Oh,
running
nice.
up and down.
Oh, I'd be so sick. What are these ones?
They're just like,
That's a strikeout animation.
I don't always use that. It goes for so long.
Yeah, it goes for ages.
Alright.
I also don't know
There's
my
also
glasses
whatever
on.
that is. I don't know what that one does.
BA.
This is for like hit by pitch and they're running to the base,
Ah.
or walked.
Shouldn't that be the first base camera? Because then you can like
No, that's first base camera. No.
no.
I'm trying
That one.
very hard not to.
That
accidentally
one.
touch that.
3.
Oh yeah, that's third base camera.
That is first base.
Yeah,
Number
that's first
3.
Base. That's first. 3 is first base.
And then
Then
that's these are both home
These
plate.
are both home plate.
That one's more the field, and that one's more
Yeah.
the batting and the pitching.
And we often have a third base one as well.
Yeah, we usually end one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has a zoom lens to get into second base.
that's what hobby was it. All right.
I really don't have my glasses, so I can't really see much. These are prescription, but then they're really dark. It's way too dark.
So we're inning 1, top of the first.
Yeah. It's just the balls and strikes because I can't see the umpire properly.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
sugar. I don't know what I did.
Just close.
I mean, if it's a common sense one.
I think Hoppy will call it out, so we should be able to hear, right?
No, he doesn't call balls. He only calls outs.
So how are we supposed to tell?
We have to watch on the camera to see what they do.
That's so scuffed. Oh, shit. It's gonna be fun though, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't start raining.
Last time it rained, my glasses broke because they fell on a brick and I had to get new glasses. It was really sad. My
Yeah.
prescription got all scuffed up.
I reckon they should put one like in that corner so you can see like the whole field.
I'll be singing the national anthem.
No way. Are we gonna put this on or what?
No, not yet. Oh, we can go to
2?
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Don't need to start talking again.
Feels so professional, but it's so not. Like, have you seen the ones where like the good MLB ones?
Yeah.
Where they're like in the cameras and they're like zooming in,
Yeah.
and then they're like 3, 2, 1, camera 2, camera 1 on 3, here, like,
Yeah.
and then we're here with our, oh, should we go to camera 2? Don't know if it's a good idea.
The grass is looking green, but nice and green though,
Yeah.
in the camera.
I was about
Oh,
to
wait,
say,
we
this
can
is probably
zoom.
like the best I've seen.
It's super delayed though.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
yeah, you,
oh, they're getting
you,
pictures.
you commentate on what that, not that.
Oh, they're getting a picture. Okay. I was like, what are they
Oh,
doing?
you're $20.
It used to be 40, but my mum needed 20 for clothes. She was like, "Con, have you got money?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've always got money." She's like, "How much?" I'm like, "Well, I've got $40 in the back of my phone and $100 cash." She's like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
I
school.
forgot my wallet.
For school clothes, so it's kind of worth it.
This is gonna be really weird hearing our voices in the microphone.
I know.
Never have to record stuff for a musical theatre number or something. It feels so weird.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, do I sound like that? Ugh.
Yeah. I had to edit my history assessment today, which was a video. I was like,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, we had to do like
Doing
a.
homework on school holidays?
We had
Yeah, but it was our draft feedback, so we just had to submit our final.
Oh yeah.
submitting final on the school holidays. Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, no, we said submitted on the first day of school, but we have to do it over the holidays and stuff.
What grade are you in?
I'm in
9.
8.
Young.
Shush. Alright.
Do you want to be in charge of the microphone on and off? So when you guys want to talk,
Yeah.
so then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
So you
alright.
just press that
Yep.
one on and off.
Sweet. Then decipher between cameras, you can do.
I'll do that. I can't promise all my strikes and balls are going to be right because I literally can't see it.
Yeah, I'll just... What's that on the plane? Like a hat?
I think that's Christie's, the umpires.
Alright, probably.
Okay, I think you should start with the commentary since you're like there and you can actually see. Cause
We'll
I
start
can't
when the
see.
picture goes up because I don't know who picture and that is.
No, it's in like because I can't actually see that, so I won't be able to.
Unless I move up. Just hop off my thing for a sec and I'll move over
There you go.
closer to my friends. I have no
Amy.
jumper, so you guys are like my...
They keep you warm in the middle.
Yep. Alright. Oh my mum's on first.
Your mom's playing first, okay.
Hopefully that's...
First is so scary.
I know.
It is, because then you have people like just throwing it at you.
I mean,
I
especially...
don't trust my team to throw it at me nicely.
So, do we know names of actual... Have they got numbers?
There's Amy,
Nah,
Vicky,
on their photo?
Susie. I think that's two.
I can't see center field.
I don't know
Oh.
who's over there.
There. I can't even see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
if there's any place... What camera do we go to if there's a play at second?
If there's a play at second, you
This
just go
first
back to
base.
this. Either
First
first
base
base or
or-
the full
Yeah.
field.
And then third base, we go to that one.
Yeah.
And home.
Yeah, third base for what?
Sort
one
of.
for
So
third
if it's-
base.
if
When
it's
you
like a-
panic, it's just one where you can see. There's no like set one. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
there's a ball.
So this one's just for everything. That one...
And that's where you actually just, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we have to decipher between strikes and stuff. I mean, we can just see her do this, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if it's a
but a
strike.
lot of like Div 1 umpires don't always do it.
Well, this
yeah,
is
like,
Div 2.
No,
So-
Div 1 men's, like when it comes to men's, they just will say it and you can't see what they're
Oh.
doing.
That's not very umpiring.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Very, even I do that. I'm lazy.
Alright, so do we want to start when the
Yeah.
picture starts?
Wait for Harvey to stop talking and then we'll start.
Our
And then,
commentary.
yeah.
So who's pitching? Can we
I'll-
put this in the
I'll put
middle
this
so I
in.
can see? What phone's that? Oh, 11?
Well,
That's 12?
Mhm.
Mine's 12.
twinsies.
I was like, because it seems rounded.
Yeah, it's just,
I had to get a new case.
I have a
had to
tendency
get
of
one.
dropping my phone.
I do as well. My other case is like broken all around.
Wait, who's okay, so fielding, okay. First at bat would be Lisa.
Alright, do we want to start?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Oh, I know.
Alright,
I
ready?
always just wing it.
Ready?
Just say like, welcome back to the
Yeah.
season, starting off with the women.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Padres baseball season. We're starting off with the Women's League. Today we have
Hold
Rose Gold versus Padres White.
on. Go on and see if you can hear.
Bro, why'd you just cut me off in the middle of my...
Yeah, that's unmuted.
And welcome to the Padres regular season. First up to that for the Padres White, it's Lisa.
One ball.
And first pitch of the game is in for a ball. That one's up high, making the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And she fouls that one back into the fence, making the count 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's another ball, making it 3 balls, 1 strike now. And Lisa leads off the game with a single, which will bring up Katrina.
Leave it, we'll figure it out.
And Lisa gets herself around second with a steal, and that pitch is in for a ball. And that one gets past the catcher with a stolen base around to third for Lisa. And Katrina gets an RBI ground out to start off the game. That makes the score 1-0 to Padres White, and brings up Angela to bat. And that pitch is in for a ball. And that one goes outside for another ball. That pitch is well up in the air, making count 2-0. 3 And Angela gets on base with a walk, which brings up Bronwyn. And that one's up high.
Steal already?
Yep. And Angela gets around second with a steal. And Bronwyn fouls that one.
A deep hit into outfield for Bronwyn, bringing her onto first base and putting Angela on third base. Jolene is up to bat for Padres White. Bronwyn making a steal round to second. High and outside the zone, making the count 2 balls, 0 strikes. Another one outside the zone, making that 3 balls, 0 strikes. Jelena swinging at the ball, missing, making the count 3 balls, 1 strike.
And Gillian gets on herself on base with a walk, which loads the bases up and brings up Sharon to bat for
Down out the bottom for the pitch, making the count 1 ball, 0 strikes. A big hit from Sharon into center field, putting her on base and scoring 1.
That makes the score 2-0 and brings up Rihanna to bat now for Padres.
Rihanna making a hit round to second, scoring 2 for Padres White.
And that'll bring up Adele.
A beautiful pitch down the middle from Natea, making the count 0 balls, 1 strike. A big hit in the outfield for Adele, scoring 1 run for Padres White and putting herself on first.
Which brings up Sia now to bat.
Sia fouling that one back to make the count 1 strike, 0 balls. Sia fouling another one back to the fence, making the count 0 balls, 1 strike. 2 strikes. Bottom of the first. Natea making the final out of the inning, bringing the score to 5-0 to Padres White.
And first up to bat in the bottom of the first, it's Vicky.
On the mound for Padres white is Bronwyn. And behind the plate is Katrina. A nice hit back to the picture from Vicky, the first baseman making the out. Right.
Making the out count 1 and bringing Samantha up to bat now for Padres Rose Gold.
Bronwyn throwing a pitch down the middle and having Samantha swinging. A pitch in the dirt for Bronwyn, making the count 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out.
And that pitch gets past the catcher, making the count 3 balls, no strikes.
Bronwyn throwing another ball perfectly down the middle, having Samantha swinging, making the count 2-2. Another one in the dirt for Bronwyn, making the count 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And the foul pop up for Samantha will keep the count loaded as it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that one gets past Katrina, which will put Samantha on base for the walk, and now Cassie Parcell is up to bat. And Cassie fouls one back and out of play, making the first pitch on her strike. And another one that's fouled back by Cassie, making the count 2 strikes and no balls.
Hit down to Sound, second for Cassie, the first baseman making the out. making it 2 outs, having 1 runner on third.
And Katie comes up to bat now, full versus goal. And Katie gets herself on base with a ground ball, giving her a single, which will bring up Natea to bat.
Samantha scoring for Padres Rose Gold, making it 1-5. Another strike for Bronwyn. The runner advancing round to second. The account is 2 strikes, 0 balls, and 2 out.
And that one gets past Katrina, making the count 2 strikes and 1 ball.
Adele.
Adele making a amazing catch for the last out of the inning. 5-1. Padres White still in the lead, with Padres White on 5 and Padres Gold on 1. Natea pitching for Rose Gold Padres. And behind the mound is Katie up to bat. Lisa.
Two strikes.
Swing and a miss for Lisa, making the count 0 balls, 2 strikes. Lisa fouling one back, keeping the count at 2 strikes, 0 balls.
And that one's outside for a ball, making the count 2 strikes and 1. And that one's well up high there, making the count 2 and 2. And that one's down in the dirt, making the count loaded at 2 strikes and 3 balls. And Lisa fouls that one off to the side, which will keep the count right where it is. And Lisa goes down swinging to start off the inning, which will bring up Katrina now for the Padres Red. And Katrina swings for the first strike of her at.
Up and high for Natea, making the count 1 and 1.
And that one's outside, which will make the count 2 balls and. And that one's up and in again, which will make the count 3 balls and 1.
Katrina making a hit to third, grounding out, making the count 0 balls, 0 strikes.
and bringing Angela up to bat. And that one's in the dirt to start out Angela's at bat, which will make the count 1 ball and. And that one's down in the dirt again, making the count 2 balls and.
Natalia throwing another ball in the dirt, making the count 3 balls, 0 strikes. A hit down to shortstop. A hit down to shortstop. Thrown to first. Safe.
The original call was safe at first, and that stands, but we just have a runner for catcher coming in right now, and Bronwyn is up to bat right now for the Padres.
Runner advancing round to second. Natalia throwing the ball behind the plate. Making the count 0 strikes, 1 ball. $120.
And that one's in there for strike 1 of the at bat, making the count 1. And Lisa stole home from a pass ball at home plate, which makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Up and high. Making Bronwyn get on base.
Which will now bring up Jillian for Padres White. And that one gets in there for a strike, making the count 1 strike, no balls. And the runner steal. And Gillian fouls that one back now, which will make the count 2 strikes and no balls.
Runner advancing round to third. Bronwyn making a hit, getting up to first. And runner still at third.
And Bronwyn advances around to third, and Gillian gets a ball, which makes the count 1 ball and no strike. And that one's up high, which makes the count. And Gillian gets herself around first with a walk, which will now bring up Sharon for Padres White. And that one's a ball in the dirt, which will make the count 1 ball and that one's up high, which will make the count 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. And that ball's inside, making the count 3 balls and no strikes on Sharon. And Sharon gets herself on base with a walk and draws in a run, making the score 7-1 to Padres White. Rihanna is now up. And that's a pitching change, which takes Natea off and puts Susie onto the mound for Rose. And with the new pitcher on the mound, we now have Rihanna up to bat. The bases are loaded. Let's see what this one looks like. And that one's up high for the first pitch of the at-bat.
Ready?
And a drop fly ball will put Rihanna on base, but Vicky gets the force out at second, which ends the inning for Rose Gold. We're now up to bat. The score is 7-1 to Padres White. Bat in and first up to bat in the bottom of the second, it's Mandy.
Still on the mound for Padres White is Bronwyn. And behind the mound is Katrina. Alright. A little hit by Mandy and getting tagged out by Katrina, making it 1 out.
And that brings up Amy now to bat for Padres Rose Gold. And that one gets past Katrina, making the count 1-1.
Bronwyn throwing a ball in the dirt, getting past Katrina, making the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Up to bat is Amy. Up and high for the 3rd ball.
And Amy gets herself on base with a walk, which will bring up Susie for Padres Rose Gold. And Amy steals herself around second while Susie gets a ball, making the count on Susie 1 ball. And that one's in for another ball.
Bronwyn throwing a ball in the dirt, getting past Katrina, making the count 3 balls, 0 strikes.
And she fouls that one back, which will make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. And that one's in there for strike two, making the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. And she fouls that one back, keeping the count right where it is. And Susie gets herself on base with a walk, putting runners at 1 and 2, which will bring up Relicia now for Rose Gold.
Ready?
And Relicia gets herself a single, which will load up the bases and take us back to the top of the order with Vicky coming up to bat. And that one's in the dirt for ball 1. And that one's up high for ball 2. And that one's down in the dirt for another ball, making it 3 balls and no strikes. And a walk there with the bases loaded means a run scores, making the score currently 7-2 to Padres White. And now up to bat, it's Samantha.
Bronwyn throwing a pitch in the dirt, making it 1 ball, 0 strikes. Another ball for Bronwyn, making the count 2 balls, 0 strikes. Bronwyn throwing another ball, making the count 3 balls, 0 strikes. Loaded bases. Vicky. Vicky getting a walk, advancing all the runners round, making the score 3-8. Padres white in the lead.
And Samantha comes up to bat now for Padres. Never mind, that's Tiffany coming off of the bench on now to bat in place of Samantha. And Tiffany gets a single, but the run is prevented with the force out at home, which will now bring up Cassie to bat.
Bronwyn throwing a ball in the dirt, making the count 0 balls, 1 ball and 0 strikes. Swing and a miss for Cassie. No runners advancing. Cassie with a massive foul back, making the count 2 strikes, 1 ball. Up and high for Bronwyn, making the count 2-2. What was that?
Oh, that's straight out.
Strike 3 for Cassie, ending the inning, making the score of the game 3 Rose Gold and 8 to Padres White. Susie on the mound and Adele batting, getting a hit down to shortstop, safe at first base. See ya. See ya up to bat. A good strike down the middle, making the count 1 strike, 0 balls.
And that's another strike against Sia, making the count 2 strikes and no balls. Never mind that. That means now it is 2 strikes and 1 ball against Sia. And they get the force out at second, making the out count 1 and bringing up Lisa to bat now for Padres White. So
Lisa making a great hit, putting her safe on base. Meaning one runner at second, one runner at first.
ready. And Lisa grounds out to third, and they get the force out at third, but not out at first, so she will get herself on base, and that brings up Katrina to bat now for Padres White. And that one's thrown very inside to the point where Katrina will have to duck for that one, making the count 2 balls and no strikes.
Another ball.
And that's ball 3, and the runners advance 1 base each, which puts them on 2 and third.
Strike.
And with that comes the first strike of the at bat now, making the count 3 balls and 1 strike. And Katrina walks to load the bases up, and that'll bring up Angela now for Padres White.
Angela with a great hit, advancing 2 runners home, 1 going to third, and Angela getting safe on first base.
And Bronwyn gets a ball inside as the first pitch of the at bat, which hits her, and that'll put her up to first base now, making runners at 1, 2, and 3, loading the bases. And that'll bring up Gillian. And that one's in there for strike 1 for Gillian now. And she swings and gets herself a blooper into the infield, which will keep the bases loaded and score a run. Which will bring up Sharon now for Padres White.
Sharon taking on 1 ball, making the count 0 strikes, 1 ball.
Safe all bases.
Great hit down to shortstop, advancing 1 runner home. All runners are safe. Still loaded bases.
Bring up Rihanna.
Rihanna up to bat for Padres White.
And that one's high and inside for ball 1. And she swings a bit too early on that one, which makes the count 1-1. And that one goes straight over shortstop's head into left field, which scores 2 runners, advances 1 runner to second, which makes the score now 14-5. And we'll bring up Adele. And that ends the 3rd inning, which will make the score 14-3, not 14-5, my bad. And Padres Rose Gold will come up to bat. Yep. And first up to bat in the bottom of the third, it's Katie. High. And first pitch of the at-bat, it's high and inside. And that one's down in the dirt for ball 2. And another one hopper in the dirt makes the count. 3 balls and no strikes. And Katie grounds out to shortstop, recording the first out of the inning, which will bring up number 74, Samantha. And that one's outside for ball 1. And this one is... And she swings and fouls it into the floor and back, which makes the count 1-1. And Samantha grounds out sharply to shortstop, which will bring up Mandy. And Padres Rose Gold go quickly and quietly, recording a 3-up, 3-down inning with a little tapper going along the third base line. And that's the game, folks. The final score is 14-3 to Redcliffe Padres White. Thank you for tuning into the stream, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this live stream. That was the first game of the Redcliffe Padres women's season, sporting the brand new Redcliffe Padres jerseys. We'll be here on every Saturday afternoon watching these girls play. See you next week.